Okay, I am back. I am here. Okay. We were just working on Avril, and then we just needed a link. Hopefully I can see everybody. And everybody can see me. Okay, round 2. The internet just went wookie. Here we go. Hopefully everybody can see me. I'm back again, yes. Oh my God, what is going on today? Seriously. That one's just saying that it's stopped. Okay, Avril's here. There we are. I'm taking that as a sign. Yeah, I'm not giving up. Okay. Alrighty. I am back. I'm back. Yes, strange today. Don't forget Mercury is going direct. So, you know, we're moving in a holding position and now we're moving forward. I was talking to someone yesterday. She was an astrologer, actually, woman I'm having this random conversation with. And we were just talking. I was like, oh yeah, Mercury's going direct. She was like, thank God. She said it's been horrendous. I said, oh, it's been pretty interesting one. She was like, oh. I knew we had to go over things, but I didn't think it was. But I do a lot of inner work, so you know. All right, and then I keep freezing as well. Okay, so Avril, first card that came out is the health card. Interestingly, I will honour the physical vessel that enriches my soul, and the second card is courage, cultivating courage. I find inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is your message now. I'm just going to turn that down. Okay. Health. Let's have a look. Oh, straight there. Your body is a temple and you are responsible for its care. You have chosen to incarnate in this physical dimension and learn certain lessons. And if you don't maintain the physical vessel that your soul has chosen, then you are sabotaging your own plan. Your health is a vital element for your soul's progress, and you should never take it for granted. Be sensible about nourishment and exercise. You could be a sensitive being who must be conscious in your own surroundings because you can easily be drained by people, places, or things. I think that's going on for you at the moment. Always make a ritual of protection and cleansing before you work with a client or just bring your mind back to your heart throughout the day to rejuvenate. This card may also signify a desire to assist other beings through your physical or emotional healing work. You must be involved professionally in medical fields, body work, psychiatry, counselling, or maybe you're just a good listener who possesses sage advice. If you are someone you know inherited a I can't say it, a disease from your ancestors, past life work may be of some benefit. So courage, I can't say it, congenital. That's it. My dyslexia and how things are written and what my brain perceives, like sometimes that connection's not. There you go, connection again. I have some good connections and some not good connections. My connections above my head up there are great, but the connection from in here to here and the eyes are not great. Oh, that made me laugh. Okay, courage. So cultivating courage at the moment. So we need to download you with the virtue of courage, what it feels like, that it's safe and possible for you to have courage, and that you know how to take perfectly aligned footsteps forward. So can we download you with that? Create an understanding and perspective that it's safe and possible. You know what it feels like to have courage. Okay, good. You need to remind yourself that part of the challenge of being a soul is learning to honor your own power. And this has been a big one for you for a number of months. Well, I think this year, to be honest. By listening to your inner voice and following its advice, you are acknowledging the perfection of your intuition. Fear is only an illusion, and obstacles are opportunities for you to demonstrate that coming from a place of love will conquer all its fears in disguises. Yeah, it's like going back to A Course in Miracles. There's only two realities, fear and love. Perhaps you are changing career paths or entering an exciting relationship. Yes. This test has been put before you because it's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you and only you can make the correct decision. By not taking that step forward, you may find yourself 2 steps back, only to face that same obstacle again and again and again. And it's been like that for you, isn't it? It's been a bit like Groundhog Day. You have the genius with that, though. Oh, thank you. But yes, it's a bit Groundhog Day. It's like you need to shift a timeline of, what is it? Shift a timeline. What does she need to do? You need to open a doorway. They're showing me a path and a doorway. And the doorway, I want you to do a visualization where you see a doorway in front of you and there's multiple doorways, but you need to choose the door. That's definitely, it's like she needs to get the golden handle one with the golden handle. Like go into trance and do a, I know you can do this, go into trance and do a visualization with doorways in front of you, and I want you to see the doorway with the golden handle. And actually the doorway looks horrific. It's like, I don't want to say it's like a dungeon, but it's like you wouldn't want to go to that doorway at all. But that's the one with the golden handle. It sounds a bit like, who did we just say about Melissa with the path? Okay. And it's interesting because I was in this position about last year? It was probably about 18 months ago. And I wrote in one of the overviews about we're going to shift timelines. And I feel like you're ready to shift. You and Melissa are ready to shift a timeline. Okay. What's the message for Avril? Take the new opportunities that are coming your way. So there are new opportunities coming your way. Yeah. Your soul guide you in moving to a new location. Okay, so you might be moving as well. You might need to go to a new location. Interesting. Yeah, you're over it now. Yeah. So can we just download you that you've definitely mastered the virtue of courage, and to release all karmic patterns around cultivating this courage, that you can download it on a soul level. And that can we release you from drama? Yeah, I know Ryan is about to move in with you, but I think then move again. There's going to be a different. It's the same location, a different location. It's not giving me it's not giving me a definite time. You're at the beginning of that pathway with the golden handle, and sometimes until what I noticed, like shifting the timeline, when you see a doorway and you go through into that new timeline. That's how I see a timeline. Is like lots of different. How I visualize it, and I know it's a timeline that comes up in healing, is that you're literally, it's a bit like that card. I don't know if it's there now. The card with all the different paths, but I see it as doorways. So it's a bit like I always see a doorway going into the Akashics, but it's different doorways, different timelines. And I had it when me moving up here to Brisbane. I had a timeline where I could have stayed in Melbourne. I could have had a timeline where I was going rural in Melbourne, in the city in Melbourne, and then there was Brisbane and things like that. And what it is, it's like you stand there and you see all these doorways in front of you. It's a bit like Alice in Wonderland and going through. And sometimes the universe isn't bringing the stuff because you haven't made a decision which doorway you're going to go through. So you need to make sure that you start to go through that doorway and you go in. And as you go in and you go further down, sometimes what happens is a lot of people don't shit themselves and they back out and they're like, no, I'm going to pick that doorway. So they might start something and the universe is starting to bring everything and they're like, oh, okay, so she's going down that pathway, she's going down that doorway. We're going to bring in this, we're going to bring in this, we're going to bring in this. And then you put the brakes on and you go, ah, and then you go back and you revert to your old ways. You're going back down another timeline and then the universe has got to catch up. And I spoke about this last year. I think I wrote an energy overview and then I spoke about an energy overview. And it's like sometimes the universe wants you to make sure that you're down that timeline before everything starts to manifest and come in. So hoping the is a work one, unless I have money to buy a house. Who knows? But it's definitely saying location. So. And I think, with Ryan moving in with you, that is like a new doorway opening, isn't it? Because you are stepping into a different timeline. You're going to be in a cohabitation relationship, not a dating relationship as well. So your identity changes. Okay, there you are. Yeah, other side of the harbour. Yeah, awesome. I've frozen again. Okay, and let me just do an Echoes card. Okay, let's just clear that. I hope this has been helpful for everybody today, and it's 11:11. Love it. Okay, can we have a card for Aniko? Yeah. Okay, what are we doing? Soul Journey, Work Your Light, The Akashic Records, Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light. Okay. So as soon as I pick up these cards and I'm tuning into Nico, it's like start working with your divine feminine. Like this, like it's screaming at you. Yeah. The awakening card, the mirror card, the leap card. Yeah. Any other card? No. Okay, so I'm going to just talk about the divine feminine with you and Nico. Okay, so why is she being asked to connect in with the divine feminine and work with that? Okay, so there's a wound there. There's a healing wound that you need to look at around the divine feminine. And it's all about, is it about receiving? No. Is it about, okay, there's a real fear around the divine feminine, working with that divine feminine energy around, I want to say vulnerability, but it's not. It's more submissive. That's the wound. So is it a past life? So it's a past life where you were in your divine feminine, and in your mind you feel divine feminine is submission, and that is where you're really struggling, and that just needs healing. It's not a massive healing. It just needs to be healed, to be released. And then the advice, the actionable advice. So with you, what I want to just talk about, and this is quite interesting for a lot of people as well, is I know you're Theta Healer as well. I know you've done medical intuitive with me. Is sometimes, I'm not saying this is you, but this can actually happen, is that we're so focused on healing because we're so skilled in it, okay, and we know that we can just heal it. We can just heal it, and that's what we're taught, isn't it? It's like something happens, oh, we'll just heal it. Oh, we'll just heal it. Yep, let it go, let it go. But actually, sometimes it's not always about that. Sometimes it's about understanding more, how that has made you the person that you are today. The benefits, the kickbacks, all of those types of things. Where I see a lot of people hold themselves back is that they're constantly in, well, I'll just heal it. And if something comes up, well, I'll just heal it. But actually, what we need to do, oh my God, there's an orange butterfly outside. Wow. Oh, fantastic. It's just hovering. Oh gosh, that's just made my day. Where I see we just keep in that constant, I'm healing it, I'm healing it. It feels like a merry-go-round. And I see a lot of people, they'll come to work with me and they'll say, oh, this again, oh, not this again. Because there's one thing that why you're still holding on. Like in Theta, we will say, okay, the kickback, it's the benefit. But actually, sometimes it's listening to the divine action at the end. Yes, so true. I have good girl and fierce feminine. Vulnerability, receiving themes as well. Oh, thanks for the butterfly too. Yes. Yeah, it's submission. You fear being submissive. So you've had a past life where you were submissive, and you've got, like, she's saying to me, I am not going there again. I come hell or high water, I am not doing it. But actually it needs as we said about the healing, but it needs healing, but then you need to move on. So the card that's come up is leap. And the card is you go first and the universe will catch you. And what it's telling you is don't get into that repetitive cycle of I just keep healing it, and that cycle of, well, I'm not ready yet. I'm just not ready yet. And the universe is just like, just go for it. Just leap. Okay. Yes, you know that I can heal it, I can heal it, I can heal it. But now it's like move forward. And 9 times out of 10, awareness is 80% of the healing. Then there's the healing. But the biggest transformation when you want to do quantum jumping is taking the aligned action. And I think a lot of people don't wait till the end to get that find guidance to move forward and make those changes. So, like for instance, with medical intuition, we did 6 months of intensive healings on ourselves, on your swap partner, and everything like that, and did all the studying. And what we're seeing now, as a beautiful group, is that we can see that everybody's putting everything into practice. People are taking the aligned action. So, like I said in the other day in our medical intuitive group, I've just on Monday I'm having a whole water system put into the house. Some of us are juicing, some of us are changing our vitamin minerals, and some of us our diet. So we're taking the aligned action. So that's the key thing. So with you, it's healing that submissive wound and then taking the aligned action afterwards. Don't get trapped in it. I think I don't think to heal rather than take ownership. Step into it with the faith that the universe catches me. Yeah. So work on that submissive wound. Allow the divine feminine to come in, and then work with the divine feminine. Yeah, so you have the good girl and you have the fierce feminine. It's like that one in the middle, isn't it? The divine. So the divine feminine is like the creation, the creative. I hope that makes sense, but that's giving you a bit of a understanding of what is ready for you to release. That's going to help. Alrighty. I think I have covered everybody. If I haven't, pop it in. And I've got 5 people there. All right. Oh, there we go. I think I'm done. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, work on the divine feminine. Perfect. Yes, I work on the divine feminine as a twin flame. Yeah. Perfect. All righty. I'm done for today. I hope you've enjoyed that. I will be back next week. I'm not sure which day it is without having my diary in front of me, but I will be back live in the group. Doors are opening to Sacred Odyssey. If you haven't listened to the healing that I did on Tuesday night, go back and knock yourself out. It was a wonderful healing. I am looking forward to taking everybody on the Sacred Odyssey. Like I said, we're on wounds. Great. But actually the wounds, releasing the wounds gives the biggest transformations as well. So lots of love. I'm only going to take a small amount of people into Sacred Odyssey. I have already got 3 people with their names down. So if you want to be on this journey, please send me a DM and we will make this magic happen. The portal for all the pre-work and all the digital healings and components are all done and it's ready. So as soon as you can either pay full or pay by month. As soon as you make that first payment or the payment full, you get access to it. So you can start working on it now. It's really it's beautiful. The work that I've put into this is life changing. So it's a lot around self-confidence, love, health and well-being, connecting in, healing the divine feminine. What else have I got in there? There's like 44 different modules in there. Loads of healings, loads of meditations, and obviously we're going to do the workshops. So we're going to create sacred rituals. I'm going to show you like some Wicca pagan rituals in there. It was lovely. I spent the day this week and started changing my altar around as well, which is beautiful. Yeah, we're going to work a little bit more, very like spiritual stuff as well, and calling that side of that type of body of work that I sort of don't really talk about that much, but I'll be sharing that, working with pendulums and things like that as well. So if you're interested in being on a journey for 3 months with me, then Sacred Odyssey is your thing. And I've got 2 spaces available for private one-on-one coaching and healing, high-level healing at the moment. So if you want to do more private work with me, then please send me a DM and we will start stepping you into your power. Okay, take care. Have a great weekend. And I will see you all very soon. Okay, end it here.